Remember when your phone's home screen looked like this? Those colorful live tiles moving like a living dashboard? In 2010, Microsoft launched Windows Phone, an operating system so clean, so futuristic, that tech reviewers said it made iOS look boring and Android look messy. Nokia bet their entire company on it. Microsoft promised a third ecosystem, and for a moment, it looked like they might pull it off. But instead of changing everything, it vanished. Today, we're diving into the rise and fall of Windows Phone, the smartphone OS that had everything going for it, except the one thing that mattered most. In 2010, the smartphone world was locked in a two-horse race. iOS versus Android. Both followed the same basic idea, rows of static icons. It worked, but it was boring. Then Microsoft arrived with something radically different, Metro UI. Metro wasn't just an interface, it was a philosophy. Big typography, motion-based design, content before Chrome. Every tile on your home screen was alive. Your photos rotated. Your messages surfaced snippets. Your calendar displayed your next meeting without opening an app. While iPhone users were still organizing icons into folders, Windows Phone users had real information at a glance. In 2011, Nokia, once the biggest phone maker on Earth, made a desperate, all-in bet. They abandoned their own OS and joined Microsoft. The result? The Lumia series. The Lumia 800 brought sculpted polycarbonate bodies. The Lumia 920 introduced optical image stabilization and wireless charging, years before Apple or Samsung. And the Lumia 1020? It had a 41-megapixel camera that destroyed point-and-shoots. These phones were bold, colorful, and futuristic at a time when every other device looked like a black rectangle. But under the beautiful surface, trouble was already spreading. The app gap. Instagram, missing. Snapchat, missing. YouTube, a disaster. Banks wouldn't develop for it. Games arrived months late, if at all. Why? Market share. Developers looked at the numbers. iOS, 40%. Android, 50%. Windows Phone, 3%. Why spend money developing for 3% of users? This started a vicious cycle. No apps, fewer users, fewer developers, even fewer apps. Once that death spiral started, it was almost impossible to stop. Then things got worse. Microsoft kept resetting the platform. Windows Phone 7 phones couldn't upgrade to Windows Phone 8. Some Windows Phone 8 apps didn't work on Windows 10 Mobile. Entire APIs were scrapped. First Silverlight, then XNA, then UWP changes. Imagine buying the flagship Lumia 900, only to be told months later it would never get Windows Phone 8. People felt betrayed.
People felt betrayed. And developers felt abandoned.
In 2014, Microsoft bought Nokia's phone division for $7.2 billion. The dream was simple: control hardware and software like Apple. Two years later, Microsoft wrote off $7.6 billion, more than the purchase price, and laid off 18,000 employees. The Lumia 950 and 950 XL launched buggy and unfinished. Windows 10 Mobile was rushed. Apps crashed. Features were missing. Even Microsoft's own CEO, Satya Nadella, openly used an iPhone. When your CEO won't use your product, it's over. By 2016, Windows Phone's market share dropped below 1%. Carriers stopped selling Lumias. Developers pulled their apps. And in 2017, Microsoft officially announced the end of Windows 10 mobile updates. The third ecosystem was dead. One of the biggest hidden reasons Windows Phone died was simple. Developers hated making apps for it. Microsoft changed frameworks constantly: Silverlight, XNA, WinPRT, UWP. Each change killed the old apps. Imagine spending 6 months making an app. Then Microsoft announces your entire framework is deprecated. Meanwhile, iOS and Android offered stable APIs, bigger audiences, and better monetization. Developers didn't abandon Windows Phone out of spite. They left because Microsoft kept moving the goalposts. And here's the heartbreaking part. Windows Phone had ideas that were years ahead of the competition. Continuum let you plug your phone into a monitor and use it like a PC in 2015. Samsung DeX wouldn't exist until 2017. Apple still doesn't have anything comparable. Microsoft secretly prototyped a foldable Surface phone under the codename Andromeda. Early prototypes leaked showing a dual-screen phone that could fold like a notebook, long before the Galaxy Fold. This was the device that could have saved Windows Phone. But after the Nokia collapse, budget cuts, and internal politics, it was cancelled. So what killed Windows Phone? The app gap? Microsoft's resets? Being late to the smartphone race? The truth is, all of it. Windows Phone had gorgeous design, advanced hardware, and ideas still used today. Tiles inspired modern widgets. Metro UI shaped material design. Lumia cameras defined mobile photography standards. Windows Phone failed as a product, but succeeded as an idea. This DNA lives on in every smartphone today. What about you? Did you ever use a Windows Phone? What was your favorite feature? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more tech stories the world forgot, hit subscribe, because we're just getting started.